What's happening, my brothers and sisters? It's your girl, Smartsistah, and this is the Smartsistah Show. But this is going to be a new segment that I'm starting. I'm going to call it Hump Day Healing. And what I'm going to spend the next few weeks on is discussing intergenerational trauma. Now, many of you out there already know what it is. You listen to Dr. Joy, you've Naeem Akbar. We have some black scholars in mental health that are totally aware and have been trying to give us the information we need to heal and do better. But however, we still suffering and we still are not making the type progress that we should. Now, I think society in general is starting to get a little more open about mental health, and then the black community as well, because if there's anybody that needs a therapist, it's each and every one of us. And that is something that we are really going to have to come to grips with in order to heal and get ourselves together. Now, let me just break this down, this first session, to really talk about what intergenerational trauma really entails. Now, I think it is my belief that the reason why we have not progressed and gotten together as well as we should is because of the healing we need to have with our intergenerational trauma. And I'm just going to start saying IGT rather than spell it all out. So IGT is something that we all have. You can't help it. Jews have it as survivors of the Holocaust. Okay, brothers and sisters in Rwanda that went through that, people in Bosnia that went through what they went through. There have been atrocities all over the world that people have had passed on trauma on a generational and even biologically on a molecular level. Now, some people don't want to believe it, but it's been proven that it's true. Okay, we still have been affected by the horror of slavery. Now, you're going to have y'all out there that don't want to admit it. Oh, that's in the past. What you talking about? That ain't got nothing to do with what's going on now. And blah, la, 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 la. Bullshit. There is no way humanly possible that we could have gotten through slavery, which is an attestment. It attests to our strength as a people. Basically, the fact that we made it out in our right mind to a degree is phenomenal. It shows how strong we are. But basically, getting back to it, there's no way you could live through something like that and not be affected by it for generations to come. And we're not even talking about financially, socially, whatever, because that still is the case. That's why we're still at the bottom of everything: housing, education, whatever. That is a outgrowth of what happened. But then also what we've never really truly dealt with as a people, and is the reason why we have such a hard time uniting the way we should or raising our children the way we should, is because of the trauma. Now, on top of all of that, then you got life in general that happens to everybody while you here, and things happen to turn you around, to mess you up, to get you crazy. Now, if you already dealing with trauma and then life comes along as well, we getting it twice. We get it twice more than anybody else, because everybody else just deals with life in general. We got to deal with being black and being alive. Okay, and I, first of all, do not come to my channel, do not come to my comments saying shit about what we need to do and what we done brought on ourselves, and anything we brought on ourselves basically is a direct response to the trauma that we've been through. Does that give us a chance to make excuses for shit? No, I'm not saying that. But what I am saying is I'm not going to take away from the situation the trauma that it's caused, and then after we admit that and look at it for what it is, then you can start dealing with each issue by issue until we fix some things, until we heal ourselves, until we get to where we got to go. Then you put that along with love, self-esteem, pride in our culture that can get us to where we got to go. Now, my thing has always been, where would black people be if we hadn't gone through that trauma, or we had pretty much healed quite a bit from it? What would we be able to have accomplished? Look at what we've accomplished anyway with the trauma. Who's creating the food, style, swag, music, everything? Everybody copies off us for everything. They make money off of it. We don't. Okay? As a queen, as a sister, as a home girl, everybody copies off of us again. Gay men, gay white men, gay black men, gay anybody. Come on now. You already know everybody cultural appropriates us and everything we do. Nobody does hair like we do. Nobody has, the swag. Now you can, I'm not taking nothing from nobody else. I'm just telling the truth. Because if it wasn't true, why are y'all always up in our grill? You're always in our grill and trying to get to the cookout and trying to be on top of things that we do, but yet and still, we still dumb. You people. They still killing us. All of the same shit is still there. And what I am tired of are those of us that want to blame our own people for everything, when you're in a system that has been set up from the beginning to destroy us, to break our families up, to break our humanity, period. And somehow we still have show humanity to our oppressor. It's as simple as that. I've done work in prisons and stuff, and some of the worst folks you ever seen in your life, some of the things they've done to their own people, they will sit up there and make an excuse for white folks. True. Some of us are still that sick. We still got the house and the field shit going on that some of us will go out of our way to make excuses to blame black folks for their own problems and let white folks off. I mean, when I just did a ratchet rant, but I just talked about Condoleezza Rice being on The View. When she's going to sit up there and talk about critical race theory and is going to worry about, well, white children don't need to feel that they're they shouldn't be made to feel guilty, or they shouldn't be made, nobody gives a damn about what happened to our children and what has happened to us. The reason why you got a so-called educated black woman sitting her ass on national TV taking up for white folks. Okay, taking up, and the other thing she did, the insurrection, the January 6th, just get over that. We need to move on. We can't steal a goddamn Twinkie and somebody move on. Okay, we steal a Twinkie, we going to jail. We getting locked up. Okay, here white folks have the insurrection, and then they're going through who did what, and we got to figure this out. And we all know that if there had been black people done that shit, they still be mopping up blood, still trying to clean up, because they'd have killed every damn body. Hell, it wouldn't have been nobody left to go to jail. So let's just keep that 100. Who do you know black can ignore a subpoena? I want to see that. All the banning and I'm not going to that shit. You know, you can subpoena me if you want. I don't care. They just serve us with some little papers, and we get killed. We get killed over shit like that. And then these white folks get away with whatever because they're white. They're white. And Condoleezza is sitting there talking about how white children shouldn't be made to feel guilty. Well, if you feel guilty because you know the shit was wrong, that's on you. You didn't give a shit about my child or my ancestors. Okay, so I really don't give a damn. When you're telling the truth, ain't nobody lying. All this is to finally tell some truth about history. And then, you got your little snowflakes and they can, ooh. But our kids, you dumb, you stupid, you didn't do nothing, you didn't contribute shit to the United States, you this, you that, you this, you that, you this, you that. Whereas if it hadn't been for centuries of holding us hostage and as slaves, there would be no America. That's how you got to jump on the world, because of centuries of free labor or basic business, return on your investment. That's what happened. But yet and still, everybody can get something but us. So that's the generational trauma some of us still got to deal with. That, it's too painful. It's too, I can't look at it. I can't deal with it. I just will let that go. And I'm going to be on the white folks side because they're the winning side right now. So that's why we got all these coons sitting up here taking up for Biden, sitting up here taking up for white supremacists. You even got some Negro that was in the damn insurrection with his dumb black ass. And I bet you they'll lock his ass up. When they want the rest of them, he gonna find out what he called himself fighting. Because if you think your rights are the same as the white people around you, we gonna see who gonna go to jail and who gonna be out. Okay, look at that little Rittenhouse little bastard that shot those people, and he killed white folks. They just now getting around to, maybe sentencing him, or they're just now all them Peckerwoods down in Georgia that killed my soror's brother Ahmaud Arbery. They just now kind of coming around. Are you serious? Then I think about the brother that's Somalian or whatever, that was a cop up in Minnesota that shot a white woman because she ran up on his car and he shot her ass. They gave him 15 years? No tape, no witnesses, no nothing. It wasn't no problem locking his black ass up. And her family got 25 million. Okay, so for all y'all thinking, paying a little money out for a case means anything, white folks still get all the money too. Okay? And how much money can there be with all the shit that they've done to us? Okay? So that brother didn't have, now they're trying to look at the case. See, this is to take some more pressure off of Chauvin. I guess they say, well, maybe we should relook at the case with this black cop. Because you always see black comes first, not the blue. If you black, your ass gonna get caught up, period. Whether you a cop, whether you not a cop, whatever. So I don't know how much, Stevie Wonder can see this shit too. Okay? So you didn't have nothing. No witnesses, no nothing. And his ass got locked up for 15 years. Here this white man can sit there and kill a brother in broad daylight in front of the world, and they still tripping. And if you don't mind, that's why they easing up on that brother, so they can ease up on Chauvin too. Now, it's all a game. It's all the same shit. So my thing is, until we clear up our own personal trauma and start living our life in a more healthy way, mentally, physically, emotionally, spiritually, the whole nine, that has been the missing piece, in my opinion, for all of the struggles that we've had from the civil rights movement on down. Okay, we had the miseducation of the Negro. Some of us keep thinking, we still at this point, some of us keep thinking that all we got to do is be like the white man and strive like he strives, and then we'll be okay. You got that group mentally still out there, because how we've been working hard since they brought our asses off the boat. So are you kidding? And what do we have control over in our own communities for the most part? And why don't you have that control? Because, like I said, back in slavery, they put in your head, nigga, you can't run shit. As a matter of fact, don't trust that nigga over there either, because he'll turn on you. Okay? And so you trust me. I am who you need. Let me make Jesus be white like me, so you not gonna question my authority. Okay, that's the problem right there. Okay, that you keep putting your fear of man instead of God, and we can talk that drama like we not. No, most still fear the white man. Period. They did enough to us to scare the hell out of us and to torture us, to make us afraid, even though a lot of us still stood up. But they still doing it. A black man knows that what'll happen to him when he stand up. That's why either he got to be a man or he going to go be something else, which is not helping the black community at all. That's why a lot of our men, they were breeders. That's why they think their penis is the gift to the world. Okay? And because they know when they stand up, they taking their life into their hands. It's brothers that are brave enough to do it, and then there are a whole hell of a lot more that rather come around you with a dick in a pillowcase and be done with it. Let's just be totally real about that. Sisters, many of us, same thing. We done held it down. We did what we had to do. We supported our men. The men have supported us. We had some families that were able to survive and stick together and be what a black family should be. But then now, too, you got sisters that are not willing to do what they got to do. All they worried about is getting a high-value man, getting their nails did, okay, and hitting the club. Now, I y'all can get mad. I talk about both sides, because both sides, both of us are effing up. That's why our kids are in trouble. That's why we haven't progressed to where we should. Because my generation, I'm 60 years old. I blame a lot of people in my generation, because we were so busy trying to get a job, trying to compete with the white man, trying to be able to have enough money to buy our kids all this stuff or whatever, and we didn't pass on what should have been passed on, which is that fight and that love of our people and of our culture. Okay, too many of us think of it, like it's a hairstyle or it's something to do so we can be accepted by other people, and then let's all just go do this dance together on TikTok and we good. And you still at the bottom of everything. The white folks can get on TikTok and dance with you, then they can go on somewhere else and let their daddy get them a job, and they can come out of college, make a decent 6 figures, and you still trying to figure it out. Okay, so that's that brain, that mindset of going along to get along, not upsetting the apple cart. just do enough to get by, or our lives are dictated. We have a choice to make very early on in life. Are you gonna fight for what's right and be who you are and be proud of who you are and do your damn thing, or are you gonna go the easy route, pass, do whatever white folks want you to do so you're not a thorn in their side, and you just gonna go along to get along so you can get your money, so you can be a bootlick coon, whatever, against your own people, even though you don't realize they don't respect you. They figure like white folks are like, if this nigga do this to his own people, really, what would he do for us? Okay, think about it. Then you got the hoteps all the way on the other end that call themselves being so conscious, being so pro-black, being so whatever, but then they not building shit. Like I've said 1,000 times on this station, where is Hotep University? What are y'all doing to build anything? If you get together and all of y'all Hoteps would sell our Ankh, you might have some money and could build something, an institution. See, we haven't built institutions that are going to be here after we're dead that can help save our kids. And as Malcolm said, only a fool would let their oppressor teach their children. And what do? I know too many teachers. I've been a teacher myself, where the school is nothing but a damn big daycare. A lot of these parents don't a bit more take the time to make sure their kids are being educated as a man on the moon, because they're not educated. It's a cycle. Okay? Now, do we have black parents? Of course we do. That do what they're supposed to do. Of course we have good black families. Of course we have a lot of educated people. Don't get me on that. Okay, I'm not here bitching and complaining, oh, y'all niggas ain't shit. But no, that's not what I'm doing. I am critically thinking and looking at a problem for what it is and what we need to be doing. That's what I'm doing. You gotta own up to your shit in order to fix it. You can't fix what you don't acknowledge. And the bottom line is, we got to acknowledge that we're in trouble and they're ready to take us all the way to hell out. And if you're not willing to accept that as a fact, then please get the fuck off my channel or don't look at my shit, because I'm going to keep it 100 and I'm going to tell you what is going down and what we got to do. And we have a very short time in which to do it, because they are on DEF CON level to get rid of us. And a lot of us are just playing into the shit, because you see a little commercial with a white man with a black girlfriend. Ooh, we're just progressing, and oh, look at can't you see what they doing? They trying to keep you away from your own man. And the brothers too, y'all sitting up here running up behind white women, which y'all been doing that forever. At least sisters just not kind of coming around going the other way, which to each his own. If you like it, I love it. I don't want nothing but a black man, me personally. Okay, and I understand how important it is and how we've got to pull this together soon and educate our kids. We got to pull them out. In a way, the pandemic showed a lot of parents where their kids were, and showed the parent how little time they've been spending with them, teaching them any damn thing. We got kids clean as, man, so sharp, cut you all up and you be bloody. They so sharp. And dumb as hell, can't read, don't know math, nothing. And our kids are brilliant. I just read about a young brother that got a perfect score of 36 on an ACT test. We are brilliant. We have all that, but we don't promote that. I'd rather promote you standing somewhere holding your penis trying to rap some damn where and get a white girl like that, like you made it because you did that. Seriously? I got you clean and all the latest clothes and gadgets and iPhones and all this shit, which means nothing. Because when this shit getting ready to go down, none of that shit is going to be able to feed you, house you, none of that. It's not going to matter what the hell you got on, okay, if your ass is sitting there starving. And that's the shit we got to look at. We got to get out of that mindset of going along to get along, being accepted, or I have to show who I am and be who I am through shopping, through material shit. And this ain't nothing new. Nothing new, I'm saying. But what I am saying is the IGT, understand it. Understand how you have been traumatized. Literally from day one, your ancestors, and it's gotten passed down. Why do you think so many of us still are afraid of white folks, or still want to feel that the only way we can feel human and feel equal is to be with them? And nothing is further from the truth. And this is the problem black people have all over the world. Africans have been colonized. They fucked up in the head just like us. So the white folks see that and use that, okay, y'all, I ain't lose shit in Africa. Then the Africans, you Akatas, you pick cotton pickers. Well, what are you when you let white folks come in and take all your shit? Okay? So we can go there, but it's the same sickness. It's the same trauma that you got to deal with. And you got to go in and fix it. And then, and only then, are we going to be able to quit being like pigeons where you throw a rock at us and we flood up, and then a few minutes later we right back down walking along like ain't nothing never happened. That's a problem we have all over the damn world. All over the world sucking up behind white folks. All over the world being used and abused. Okay, so until we get rid of that, then we can come together the way we should as a people. It's going to be over, y'all. It's going to be over. And I don't know how many times, what else can white people do to show you and prove to you that they don't think you shit. You're not worth a damn. I don't know. It's nothing else they really can do. They've killed us, raped us, beat us, tar and feathered us, drowned us, hung us, burnt us, everything, anything you can think of, they've done to us. And that's why I appreciate Ethiopia, because that's the only African country that was never colonized by white folks. They ran them damn Italians up out of there. Okay? So we've got to start looking at what is it in us that keeps us there, that keeps us shopping too damn much, having too much sex, getting high. Okay, can't go along. We go along to get along, or we fight each other. Now you won't fart loud around a white person, but if you and I are in a conversation, well, nigga, you blah 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 blah, you cuss me out. You'll go to Neiman Marcus and pay $1 million for a sandal. Okay, you try to call yourself supporting the black business, and if they didn't fry your fish hard enough, I ain't coming to these niggas no more. And you spent $10. See, that's nigga shit. That's what my mama used to call it, nigga ways. And that's what I'm going to do. I'm getting ready in the next few weeks. We going to take all those behaviors, all that bullshit, and analyze it. You know. Why you always, all of us got that one friend that's the one-up friend that every time you say something, they got to come with something better. You know, you went to France, they went to the North Pole to beat you so they can feel better about themselves. Or, oh, girl, where did you get that? How much it costs? That drives me fucking insane. Don't worry about it. Go, if you want one, go find it and go buy you one. What you asking me how much it costs for? You know, I had that last year, girl. The new shit is this, and this. Y'all feel me? These are the things that I'm saying that we've got to realize that are the mental illnesses we suffer from, and the behaviors and the things that we do that are keeping us from coming together. And that's what we got to really deal with and talk about and recognize. We've got to start being able to recognize IGT when we see it in ourselves and when we see it in other people. And the beauty about being old with me is I feel like, look, if I see something, I see my own stuff, because everything comes back to you. You got to bring, why are you always pointing the finger? As my mother said, the 3 pointing back at you. You need to, whatever triggers you or gets you going or float your Twinkie or whatever, come back to yourself and figure yourself out and quit worrying about what somebody else is doing. Now, we need to help each other. Don't get me wrong. We need to help each other get through the trauma. That's all. But it still boils down to you dealing with you in order for you to deal with somebody else. And that's what I have done. That's what I've taken the last few years trying to do with myself to get me together. And then I can see my own IGT, and then I can see and try to help other people. And the bottom line with all of it is you need a damn therapist. Straight up, no way around it. Once we see some of these things, then you need to go to a therapist, a licensed therapist that is black, not no go along, get along, not no, oh, you know, Mr. Charlie type black person. I'm talking about a real black person that they have a therapist. My elder told me the best way you know you got a good therapist is if they have a therapist. And think about that. That makes sense, because if you sit here listening to other people's shit all day and you don't have somebody to go to do your thing with, need I say more? That's what mental health is about. It's nothing to be ashamed of, and it's something that we all got to deal with, because we all crazy. Now, I'm just going to put it out there. Some more than others, but we all got something we need to deal with. And that is the only way then can we get past all this petty, stupid, ignorant, bootlicking, coon ass behavior, so we even are clear on what we're supposed to be doing. Okay? So that is it for this week. Honey, come stay with me. I'm probably going to spend at least this whole month of November and probably part of December really breaking it down and really getting you to see some things and become aware of your own IGT, and then how you can start seeing how different behaviors act that way, and then you can stop it and nip it in the bud. Okay? So I love y'all. I hope you will hang with me and do this. I'm going to put it out there and start promoting it. And I love for you to subscribe, like, comment. If you don't like what I say, that's great too. Let me know. Let me know. Let's have some real dialogue, people, because all this superficial, silly ass shit has got to stop. It's got to stop. We got too much to do. Okay? So I will see y'all next Wednesday. I'm really getting ready to be on this every Wednesday, and I will see you then. Take care.